You good with them few tidbits?
Yeah, we good. You go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yo. What time is it, people? What's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. It's the super team of the sports talk thing here. I'm Diego Barista, one half of the team. I'm here with my main man, again, the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Hey, tell me your name, son.
What's good people? It's your boy, Uncle Hate. Happy to be here this Thursday night discussing the NFC South. We're boarding on them folks, so we're talking them Panthers tonight.
Yes, sir. Good division that we got to break down tonight in that NFC South, one of the most, if not the most competitive division in football from year to year consistently. So we're going to get into that in a minute. Of course, we got some NFL rapid-fire tidbits that we segment that we do from every show, so we'll get into that. Also, last call and the STFU award will be handed out this week to a legend. We've been handing out a lot of those to legends lately. Nobody gets a pass. If you say some crazy shit out here, we're going to catch it and act accordingly.
Let us find out you're talking reckless out here. Let us find out.
All right. So y'all know what time it is, man. In the club, free before 10 with your cheap ass. Open bar. What we pouring up tonight for him, Uncle Hate?
This one here came out of left field because I want to say we talked about this like 2-3 weeks ago, and we didn't see it coming. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. They gave the bag to Devontae Freeman. I didn't see this shit coming. You heard that? What they played? We did that one more time for them people. The boy got the bag, people. 5 years, $41.25 million with 22 guaranteed. He is now the highest paid running back in the NFL. Now, that's not saying a lot, but for right now, he is the highest paid running back in the NFL. I didn't see it coming, cuz. I didn't see it.
No, I didn't think they were going to get the deal done this year at all myself. But, hey, here you go. Also, I want to give a shout-out to Kristen Campbell, his agent. For those of y'all people who don't know, Kristen Campbell, his agent, is Luke Campbell. Yeah, that Luke Campbell. His wife.
Don't stop. Get it. Pop that pussy.
Right. 2 Live Crew, Poison Clan, all that. So, shout out to her because not only is it not really a lot of women in the Asian game in professional sports, damn sure not a lot of black women.
Got that right.
So shout out to her. Maybe she, that'll open some doors for, more women and women of color to come in and do their thing in the sports game.
I think, before we dive into the numbers of this, we should raise a glass real quick. Raise a glass to Luke and Snoop Dogg. People, these are rappers, but the football leagues that they have established have produced a lot of pros, and these cats are getting money. People look at rappers and they say, oh, that's just some money they're throwing out there. These guys still deal with these players. They mentor them. And in Luke's case, his wife is this guy's agent and got him paid.
Right.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him.
Absolutely. So that's what we got for y'all tonight on Open Bar, man. Y'all drink up on that. Don't drink too much.
We're not going to go into the numbers because we got to talk about that later, now with the tidbits.
Right.
Somebody was real happy when Devontae got paid yesterday. And I believe that somebody is up in the Steel City.
Absolutely. Before we get into the rapid fire section, do want to give a shout out, let y'all know that we are this week again brought to you in part by the Urban Arena Media Group. The next best thing in this sports talk thing, so y'all keep an eye out for that. Also, make sure you watch, like, subscribe, hit us on that YouTube page.
Yes,
so here we go. Rapid fire segment. All right. Just mentioning Devontae Freeman, highest paid back in the NFL right now. But like the quarterbacks, probably won't last for long. I know Le'Veon Bell was somewhere just like this.
Giving them the Birdman hands, people. Okay, people, Devontae Freeman got $22.5 million guaranteed, $41 million total. Devontae Freeman ain't better than Le'Veon Bell. So if he got his highest paid at 8.25, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Le'Veon should come in maybe 10. 10 is a reasonable number.
I can see 10 is definitely a reasonable number. Somewhere about 25, 28 million guaranteed, close to 50 million total probably.
Yeah.
That's what I would expect his market value to be now that Devontae has kind of reset the market.
But the report that came out yesterday, his GM spoke out and said he's only hurting himself at this point by holding out. Because I didn't know at this point they can't give him no more money till the end of the season. So why the hell is he holding out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because once that deadline comes, if you franchise and once that deadline comes, you haven't came to a deal, then you can't negotiate with the team no more until the season's over. That's why that deadline is so important.
Right.
Of course, the team is going to say he's hurting himself by holding out because they want him there. But at the same time, I understand why he's holding out, and I don't really have too many qualms about it because if he go out here and get hurt in practice or something, then hey, who got to eat that? You know, and it's not like he's being fined. It's not like he's being fined because he hasn't signed his tender.
That's right. Good point.
So he's skipping camp pretty much.
The last one I can recall, you remember a couple years ago, Vincent Jackson held out to damn near week 10 with San Diego.
Yeah.
He came in right before he was still eligible to get a year's worth of play. So right. He could. But okay, yeah, it makes sense because if he blow his knee out in camp, he ain't got no negotiating power.
Zero.
So we're gonna stay on the Steelers real quick. We didn't talk about this Tuesday. This is my bad. Mike Tomlin got extended. I think through 2020.
Good job.
Not surprised really because the Steelers only had like 3 coaches over the last 30 years or so, give or take.
Yeah, the Steelers, like we talk about this from different teams from week to week, but certain teams do business a certain way. Steelers, they draft players, they develop their own players. They don't really spend a lot of whole money in free agency. With their coaches, they keep their coaches. Unless they just suck and they haven't had a really bad coach. I know there was some rumblings last year about whether he was fit or whatnot, whether he was on the hot seat. I actually just saw a list right before we came on air. I'm not sure if you saw it. Coaches on the hot seat.
I ain't even pulled it up. What was it looking like?
Well, for Tomlin, he was all the way down at a 1. He's on the
he good.
Yeah, with him, like all the new coaches, Dan Quinn, Pete Carroll, them kind of guys who have nothing to worry about. He was on that list. And, of course, he just got in his stitching, so nothing to worry about.
He good.
Yeah, he Gucci.
All right, last report on the Steelers. Martavius Bryant finally got cleared today for practice and preseason games.
What took so long?
Right. I mean, I guess I don't understand this whole getting cleared thing. I figure if I do the year and I pass a drug test, what the problem is?
Right. I need to get back to work.
Right.
Yep. That's the NFL. They just like to drag stuff out. They're dragging out this Zeke thing, but from what we hear, we may get some information tomorrow.
I meant to hit you earlier to tell you to pull up that picture you sent me about Josh Gordon. Hey, man, let that boy play football, man.
No, another one. We're just still waiting. Like, now what's the hold up? So I think he's had a hearing coming up sometime soon. So
I don't understand this shit. The boy passed a drug test. He do the year. Let the boy play football. If I'm not mistaken, last year he didn't even fail no test. He voluntarily went in there for the alcohol. It wasn't drugs this time. It was alcohol.
Right, because I think he checked himself into that rehab the day before. The day before it was time for him to have another hearing to see if he can get back in.
Right.
So, that to me shows me growth and maturity. Because if you got a hearing the next day, which you'll probably get back in if you clean.
Right.
Check yourself into rehab the day before, knowing that's going to delay everything. That shows me some maturity there.
Man, let that boy play some football. All right, people, we had a football game last night. On a Wednesday night, it was kind of dope, too. The Carolina Panthers played the Houston Texans, and Carolina got the W 27-17. It wasn't too much to talk about because, of course, it was preseason, but I think the main thing people were looking at was the quarterback battle down there in Houston. Deshaun Watson went 15 for 25, 179 yards, but he did have 3 rushes for 24 yards and a TD. Tom Savage went 9 for 11, 69 yards. If it's close, you play the rookie or you stay with Savage?
I mean, if it's close, I'm playing Deshaun because his ceiling's higher.
Gotcha.
He can do. I'm saying he can do a little more. We know he's more mobile. And like you said, if everything else is the same, I'm playing the rookie that I just spent a first round pick on.
Yeah, you don't trade up to 10 to let a dude sit.
Right.
You just really don't do that. But past that, McCaffrey, 7 rushes, 33 yards. Kelvin Benjamin, 2 balls, 40 yards to touchdown. And I'm from Hickory, North Carolina, and I got a lot of birds in my family, so I'm claiming this dude here. He's my cousin, some kind of way. D. Bird, 4 balls, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns.
So first, Devin Hester, your cousin. Now you just got family all over the league.
Hey, Hickory a small place, and we all related. Trust. I'm claiming this cat. That's my cousin.
Oh man, that's what's up. That's what's up. I didn't catch the game last night. We had some company, so I didn't really get to get to watch it. So I'll check it out this weekend on the replay. But from what I heard from the highlights I seen for a first preseason game, it looked like everything went pretty well. I did catch one glimpse. Y'all had a lineman. I want to say it was a defensive lineman that was on the ground hurting. He got
hurt early. I want to say his last name was Love. We drafted him last year. He's the replacement for Star, the Hawaiian fella. We paid K1 short. We can't pay 2 DTs.
Right.
So he's probably going to be gone this summer. So this guy is pretty important to us.
Okay.
But, it's preseason. Cats get hurt.
Was it an injury? I mean, was it serious or?
I haven't heard the rest of it. I know they said he was down, but you know how that goes. So we got a pretty good defensive line rotation. We're going to see where it goes with it. Derek Anderson looked good last night. I'm still feeling the type of way about him from last year, letting a whole lot of them games go that he did play when Cam was hurt. But, we're going to get into that a little bit later. Shout out to that boy Bigg Q coming in representing us because I have no bias this week. None.
All right.
Ready to jump into this NFC South?
Let's go and get into it, man. Let's go and get into it. So we're breaking down the NFC South, people. Last year, the Atlanta Falcons topped the division at 11-5 with a 5-1 record within the division. Tampa Bay Buccaneers came in at 9-7, 4-2 in the division. Then you had the New Orleans Saints at 7-9 overall, 2-4 within the division. And then you had the Carolina Panthers down off your Super Bowl hangover, coming in at 6-10, 1-5 in the division.
Whew. Damn.
Bringing up the rear. So starting off with the Super Bowl runner-up, the Atlanta Falcons. Offense was on fire last year, second in the league in total offense, third in passing, fifth in rushing, behind that duo of Freeman, who we was talking about early, and Tevin Coleman. We know Julio does his thing. Mohamed Sanu, big pickup for the Falcons last year. I
was upset with that contract, but he played well. He played well for them. He played well, and I want to say Gabriel, or was that Hardy? Was it Gabriel or Hardy?
The slot receiver?
Yeah.
Gabriel's the one that actually played. They got Hardy too, but he didn't really do as much because Gabriel was the one that stepped up.
Gotcha. People, if y'all didn't watch the Atlanta Falcons last year, they kicked ass. That damn offense was something serious last year.
Right. And we got of course we're here in Atlanta, so we're surrounded by Falcons fans all the time. One of our good buddies, what's up, Buck? Took offense, at the beginning of the season because one of these NFL dudes, I want to say it was Heath Evans, predicted them to go like 5-11 or 6-10, and he was wrong to say the least. So he was way off. So let's say people, man, just because these people on TV and you see them, that don't mean they word is bomb, man. They just an opinion just like you got. So form your own sometime.
Julio need to send a nice thank you box and a card to Carolina. Because Julio had 1,400 yards. 300 of that came against us in like week 5. Julio was open the whole damn game, people.
Oh, man.
That big 11 running across on slants and on go routes, how you miss him?
Yeah.
But one thing we know about the NFL, and we about to go old school for a second. You remember that Minnesota offense a couple years ago? And they was just putting up numbers? with Culpepper. And,
probably about 10 years ago now.
Right.
Yeah.
But you remember the next year, the NFL finds ways to figure stuff out. So I'm interested to see how they treat this offense this year because they caught the league by storm last year. I mean, everybody was open. These backs was always open coming out the backfield. Sanu, Hooper, the tight end ball for them.
Right. But you cannot also another thing that kind of made Atlanta go last year, they fixed that offensive line. Yep. I think of his name right off the top of my head, but the center that they brought in from Cleveland.
Gosh.
Big.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
But remember his name. Yeah. Big addition to that offensive line and helped a lot. Now, looking at numbers, I would not have thought that their defense was ranked as low as it was, 25th out of 32. But I guess when you're putting up 30, 40 points a game, it don't matter. It don't matter if you give up 25.
Yeah, tripping.
They're kind of middle of the road against the run, which is an improvement from the year prior.
Right.
Keeping sacks, that was also a big improvement. That's mostly goes out to
Beasley. That's what I was about. They had 34 sacks. I want to say he had 16 of them by himself.
Right. So I think they'll be looking to improve upon that even further this year. Of course, you can also win a lot of games. You score a lot of points and you don't get a ball away. Only 11 turnovers the entire season.
That's a solid year.
Very solid. Matt Ryan, MVP year, 69.9% of his passes. And it's not that 70% like who was we talking about the other week? It's not a Sam Bradford 70% where it's all check downs. Okay? Matt Ryan shit was legit. Okay? Balls down the field. Almost 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns. Again, only 7 picks. First in QBR, 83.3.
One thing I like about looking at these numbers, you got almost I ain't put the yards. You almost got 1,000 yards from your running backs catching the ball out the backfield.
Yeah.
462 from Free. I do remember it was 421 from Coleman. That's almost 1,000 yards out the backfield catching the ball.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
I wonder because the offense is probably going to change a little bit because Shanahan's gone, and you got the drunk Sarkisian coming in to be the offensive coordinator. So we're going to see if Sarkisian, like you said, when you're drinking, you're having a hard time holding that damn car in the road. We're going to see if he can hold it in the road.
Bruh, he got fired from Washington. He got fired from USC. No, he quit Washington to go to USC. Got fired at USC. Went to Bama. They lost the title game on his watch. And you lose all of that, and you go get the NFC runner-up. You get to be their offensive coordinator. Boy, he's winning at life.
Well, that loss to Clemson though, that was house money because they fired Lane Kiffin
like that week, right?
Like that week. So he
was good.
Yeah, he took that L. But I know Nick Saban was probably surprised. Like, damn, dude, I just promoted you. Now you leaving? Hey, there you go. There you go.
All right. What you got for a player who must step up for them?
Guy I just talked about, and he's not a player. Sarkisian.
Gotcha. Completely agree. Something to prove? It's a good question.
I'm going with Trufant. He got the money this year. He was not there last year, later part of the season. It kind of showed in the secondary some. So I think he needs to come back, prove that he can stay on the field and he can be the shutdown or top 5 corner like a lot of people, including myself, think he can be. I forgot to give a shout out to that boy Tag McKinley. Just his energy. If he plays anything like his intro to the league on draft night, he gonna be straight. He gonna be straight.
I agree. What you got for the record?
I got him at 11-5, man.
Okay.
What you got?
I'm going 8-8. They got a hard schedule.
How about to say they got a schedule. They got some games that could go either way. With this division, I'm just gonna go ahead and let y'all know before we go to any of the other teams. With this division, I pretty much took all in division games and looked at it as a split.
That's the best way to look at it.
So those games can go either way. So I got them at 11-5. Probably no worse than 10-6. Let's see. All right, we got to speed it up a little bit because we got some guests coming on tonight, people.
All right, let's move this up. Tampa Bay finished 9-7 last year. 18th total offense, 16th in passing, 24th in rushing. Defense was no bueno. 22nd in passing, 22nd in rushing. Now they were 9th in sacks with 38. We didn't talk about it with the Falcons. Where do you rank Dan Quinn, coach-wise in that division?
Let's see. You got Dan Quinn. You got
Dirk Cutter,
and Sean Payton.
I think everybody's going for second because we're going to take Payton at 1, I'm assuming.
I would take Payton at 1. Quinn as a head coach, I'm still not entirely sold.
He would have been number 1 to me if he would have sat there and overruled Shanahan and ran that ball on third down.
Yeah, you lose a couple points for me on that.
I don't like Ron Rivera at all.
Yeah, he's last. Your coach is last.
Yeah.
Damn, do I really want to say Dirk Cutter is the second best coach in the league? I'll probably say yeah. Just from a scheme standpoint, he's got more experience than Dan Quinn. So yeah, I'm gonna say I'll say Sean Payton, Dirk Cutter, and then Dan Quinn.
That's reasonable. At
the same time, you got the best team in the league. Pick them to win the division again, but we're saying that they got the third best coach. So go figure.
Shout out to the GM. He did a good job if that's the case. I think with this team here, takeaway, giveaway, they went 13th. They finished with a positive 2. But I think with this team here, it comes down to Jameis. It really comes down to Jameis. Now, on the outside looking in, Jameis threw for 4,000 yards, almost 5,000, 28 touchdowns. But them 18 picks?
Yeah, he's got to rein those picks in and the turnovers. And I think over time he will. A lot of young quarterbacks, a lot of great quarterbacks when they were young threw a lot of picks and went through that phase. So hopefully Jameis can kind of turn that around this year. Looking at their schedule, I think it's pretty tough. And I know they're supposed to be an upcoming team, but I got them going like 8-8. I got them going 8-8. I think they got some tough road games that could bite them.
They got to run the ball better than 24th. And we'll talk about it a little bit further down the line. But Doug Martin is the third highest paid running back in the NFL.
I'm surprised he ain't cut yet.
Well, I'm surprised too. He's out the first 4 games off top with the P. So and Dirk already told him there's no guarantee that your job is going to be here when you come off that suspension. Man, are they really going to start Jacquizz Rodgers for the whole year?
I think they got another back though too, Jacquizz and somebody else. Shit, I can't think of him right now. But yeah, he told him, it's not no guarantee it's going to be your job. So
man, they got these Oompa Loompas running the ball, and that boy Purple Jesus was available, and they ain't even holler at him.
Hey, go figure.
Mike Evans, I think he's going to have a better year than what he had last year. He had 96, 13, 21 yards and 12 TDs. He did that. I don't even know who was the number 2 wide receiver. This year, we got Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, so that's gonna open things up, and then you still got Cameron Brate at tight end in the middle, who to me was a pretty good addition last year.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, you got him on here, 57 balls, 660 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Good red zone target, that guy. So,
and then they bring in O.J. Howard.
Oh, I forgot about him.
O.J. Howard fell to them at 19 in the draft.
Yeah. So they got weapons. James got the weapons.
They looked out for him. They got weapons.
You got to cut them turnovers down, and the defense got to kind of step up and do a little bit better.
All right, let's talk about them Saints. The Saints are classic. People, the year they had a defense, Drew Brees won a Super Bowl. Just that simple. When they had a defense, they won a Super Bowl. They are first in offense, 16th in rushing, first in passing. But then when you come to total defense, they are 32nd in passing defense. That's dead last, people. 14th in rushing, 27th in sacks with only 30. You gotta play both sides of the ball. You got to.
so you can't stop the pass because you can't get to the quarterback, and then you just all right against stopping the run.
Shootouts every Sunday.
And I think you lost the turnover battle. Is that -3, right?
-24. Yeah.
Yeah, they took it away 21 times, but they gave it up 24. So yeah, -3 in the giveaway takeaway. I want to ask you this because we like to keep fantasy separate. There's some things in fantasy you can correlate to real football. I saw a list of the top 10 fantasy options, and normally you get fantasy numbers that mean you're producing on the field. They had Michael Thomas 7th. Is he that good?
Cause I ain't know he caught 92 balls this year till I looked at these notes. I had no idea. 92 balls, 122 targets. I had no idea.
Can it be skewed though since they were down so much last year?
Pretty much, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see. The Saints to me always have like 3 guys. You never know who gonna do what. Again,
who was that big back a couple years ago? I'm sorry, the big wide receiver a couple years ago.
Marcus Colston.
Colston. That's who Thomas is.
Okay, but even when they had Colston, you had Devery Henderson there. You had I can't think of that other cat's name. They always got like 2 or 3 receivers, and you never know who it's going to be from week to week. Now they got Michael Thomas. They got Willie Snead. It's like with the Saints. Again, another quick fantasy reference. The most frustrating thing in fantasy is having a Saints wide receiver and a Patriots running back. Because you don't know
all day long.
You don't know what the hell gonna happen or who gonna eat. But that's good, and that's good in real football because it keeps you balanced. You never know where it's coming from. So
they let 78 balls, 1,137 yards, and 9 touchdowns walk out the door. You think that was a good move, letting Cooks walk?
They must believe in Michael Thomas just that much.
Right.
and then you got Willie Snead to run. You got Willie Snead to run them go route. So maybe they felt they didn't need Cooks.
I'm not a believer in Willie Snead.
You know what?
Willie Snead is that front runner. He balls in first 6 weeks, and then he goes down.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about fantasy, yeah. But on the field, he's still going. You still have to.
It's more opportunity this year. You're right. It's more opportunity this year.
Well, not only that, I'm just saying you gotta account for him and his speed.
Yeah.
So that opens up things underneath and in the middle. Did they sign a tight end? Because I don't know who the hell. Ben Watson was their tight end last year, right?
Nah, Ben Watson's in Baltimore. They picked up that dude from the Colts. God, I can't remember his name. He sucked last year though.
I'm saying, but Ben Watson was not the tight end last year.
He went to Baltimore. He got hurt.
Okay, I'm thinking about 2 years ago then, maybe.
Yeah. Now he balled for them 2 years ago. But he got hurt last year, so he's Baltimore's tight end right now. What you think we're gonna see from AP?
I think we're gonna see. I don't know. I really don't know. I want to say we're gonna see AP evolve, but I can't bet on that. Okay.
We got a guest chiming in.
Yeah, he can't tell time either because I told him 9:15. Dave. And we're going to put him on hold.
Okay. Okay. They didn't do much else. So what you got for player must step up?
I got Michael Thomas and I got Michael Thomas. Well, I got him as most approved. You see that it's kind of the same to me. I struggle with that every week.
Yeah, kind of the same, man.
I got Mike Thomas and AP.
I would say AP with the most approved because AP took what $3 million a year to go down there.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's the most approved. What you got them? What you got the record?
7-9.
Sound about right.
Okay.
All right, let's run through us real quick because we got guests knocking at the door. All right, the Carolina Panthers. Okay, total offense, we ranked 19th. 10th in rushing, 21st in passing. Before I go any further, people, Cam Newton had a fucked up year last year. It was not a good year at all. I can blame a lot of that on the offensive line, but at the same time, Cam was selling them balls over Cat's head. I mean, selling them over Cat's heads. Now, the defense.
You know why, right?
What's up?
You know why he was doing that?
What you got for me?
His pants are too damn tight.
Yeah, that's true. I can't even argue. I can't argue anything on Cam's fashion. I can't. Okay, 21st in defense total, 6th in rushing, 29th in passing. Now, people, we had, I want to say, 3 rookie cornerbacks. Everybody 30 and over, we got rid of last year. Everybody. You 30, you gone. So these cats took their lumps, and I think we're going to be better for it this year. Giveaway, takeaway, we were 21st. We were at -2. Cam had the worst season of a quarterback in this division last year. 3,500 yards, 19 touchdowns, 14 INTs, 25th in QBR. Jonathan Stewart, 218 carries, 827 yards, 9 touchdowns. Now, the big number for Stewart with me, I looked at the last 5 years, games played, 11 games played a year. That's basically saying he's missing 5 games every year. That ain't going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. But then you think about the young boy we brought in, Christian McCaffrey. Just off his last year alone at Stanford. Off his last year alone. What the hell was those numbers? Okay, he had 1,600 yards rushing, 400 yards receiving at Stanford last year. I don't believe he's an in-between the tackles back. I don't believe that. But I believe – what's up?
Pac-12.
True. I can't even argue with you. I can't argue. I can't argue right now. Greg Olsen, 80 balls, 1,000 yards, 3 TDs. One thing I'm proud of what we did this year, the year we made the Super Bowl run, we had a lot of old heads. We had a lot of old heads on defense that steered us the right way. We got rid of everybody last year, and we sucked for it. We brought back Old Man Pepper, Mike Adams, Captain Munderland. I don't know what I'm going to get out of Matt Khalil. I don't know.
I was wondering, looking at this, I'm like, why the hell did y'all sign all these old dudes?
We signed a lot of old dudes. But we had old dudes when we made the Super Bowl run. We had old dudes.
Hey, man, these dudes. Oh, man, y'all signed the all-time Bid Wiz tournament champion team.
You know what, man? Pep 37. I think Adams 38. I don't know what Munderland is.
Captain Munderland, when he picking off Brett Favre?
You know what? We going 10-6. We going 10-6. We gonna win this damn division.
Smoking rocks, man.
I take it. We're gonna win the first game off top.
No, y'all not winning the first game. That's just not happening. That's just not happening.
When you wearing that Carolina jersey on week 1, it's all good. It's all I care about.
Not happening. Again, we'll brush y'all up on that, people. Me and him got a bet. His Panthers play my Niners first week of the season. Loser has to wear the other one's jersey on the following show. So we're gonna see. Of course, nobody expect us to do anything. I'm expecting us to at least beat these pansies.
We gonna see. We gonna see.
Hey, my player who must step up for 2018 on the Panthers.
Kelvin Benjamin. You
got Kelvin? That's cool. Stay off he can, as long as he can, stop eating fried chicken late at night. That's cool. I got Luke Kuechly.
Man, that's terrible. He can't help the fact he getting knocked the fuck out every other game.
He got to prove to me he can stay out of that dark room and he ain't scared.
That's cold, bro. Cold.
He sounded scared last year. He could have came back. He didn't want to come back.
That's cold, bro.
Hey, he take one more of them good hits. His ass is gonna be out cold.
That's cold.
All right. So, anything else you want to say about the team, or you gonna hold it?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, so people, we're gonna take a quick break. We got our guests who are obviously very amped and anxious to get in here to discuss their teams. We got a couple people from the Urban Arena crew coming in. We got a homie coming in. So we're going to go on a quick break, get everybody situated, and we'll be right back. What they say on Love Connection? 2 and 2. All right, people, we back. That's right. AA Sports, Straight Sports Notation. Your hostess, Diego Barishnikov, Uncle Hate. We are here with 3 guests. We got a few members of the Urban Arena crew. We got Bigg Q, King Boy TV. What up, Q?
What's going on, fellas?
We got live via satellite on the phone, straight from NYC. We got a man left-handed, Bucks fan. What's going on, baby?
Peace. What's going on?
Hey, nothing much. Glad to have you. And last but not least, long time homie, true Atlanta Falcon fan, Coach Wolf, David. What's going on?
That's right.
Yeah. So, I've been excited about this all week because we got 3 guys that really know their football. We're gonna jump right into it. Now, me and Hate have already kind of gave our predictions where we think teams are going to be. I got the Falcons winning the division again at 11-5. And
They go to Buck fan.
And I got both the Panthers and Bucks coming in around 8-8, 9-7. So
they don't give out Super Bowl rings for winning the division.
There he go. There he go.
It's going down, baby.
He's gonna go right in. You know what? I'm gonna act like we at church. I'm gonna act like, how you doing, brother?
Big Q, you gotta hold me down. I'm biased this week. You gotta hold me down.
You know what? Because normally, like, my bias runs rampant. I don't care. I don't hide it. I could care less. You know what I mean? But since I'm a visitor, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? I was gonna come on here and I was gonna joke about the Falcons. I was gonna joke. You know what I mean?
Hey, Q,
come on, man. Go ahead and start. Let's talk about 28-3. Let's go ahead and talk about the 28-3 and get it over with, man.
We need to get it done. We need to get it done now.
Go ahead and let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room.
We got to do it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Listen, I'm gonna say this about Atlanta. I was there in 2015 in the Georgia Dome when Atlanta handed Carolina that first loss of the season. And I admit, Carolina ain't been the same since, right? But, man, I'm going to tell you, how you going to go into the Super Bowl and put a beat down? And I'm going to tell you, Atlanta, I drugged them all last season about their lack of defense. In the Super Bowl, they was putting Tom Brady on his back. They was out there in the secondary doing their thing. I come in the house after smoking the Black and Mild. Like, what happened? That 28-point lead? What happened? What got a plan to do, bro?
Coach Dave, speak on it, please.
Dave, how do you rebound from 28-3?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. So y'all know I love my team, but I'm always realistic. So the night it happened, man, I was crushed. I think every Falcon fan that's a real Falcon fan is crushed. All right, but I went back and I watched the game, and if you go back and watch the game, you notice that around the middle of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, Bill Belichick had a notebook in his hand. He was the only person on this in the coach that had a notebook, and he had a pen in his hand. He was writing, and he didn't stop writing until almost maybe about 6 minutes left. 6 minutes, say about 11-minute mark in the third quarter. He put that book down. He passed it to somebody. I don't know who he passed it to, but as soon as that notebook disappeared, they went on the run. They lost that game on the coaching staff, man. I mean, just call it what it is. They gave it away. Go ahead. Go ahead. Jump on in.
Let me say this, man. You're absolutely right. The first half of that Super Bowl went perfect. It was according to script, and really, you couldn't even have created a better script. Nobody could have wrote a script for that first half. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened, fam. I'm watching the game, and Devontae Freeman and those guys were having their way with that New England front. The first play, if you remember, the first play of the second half, they gave Devontae Freeman the ball, and what happened?
He got smashed.
He got stuffed at the run. Right. And as soon as that happened, I said, you know what? I said, the Patriots got this. They done figured it out, and they're going to come back and win this game. I know I was just talking out the side of my neck, but apparently I wasn't. And that led me to I like to get my joke on sometimes. How many Falcons does it take to screw in a light bulb?
On a serious tip, though, on some serious stuff, though,
52.
I'm a little bit worried about Atlanta right now because they lost. I ain't gonna say because I ain't seen them play yet, but I don't know if they still gonna have an offensive edge without the offensive coordinator who sharpened them up so tight like that. Like
we will.
Look,
we will.
Atlanta been putting up points.
I say good riddance
For years, but like the stuff
Exactly.
they did in that playoff run. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be able to repeat
Good.
Now, I'm telling you, man. Look, we are better now. We are better. Yeah, go ahead, drink it out the bottle. That's fine. I tell you what, drunk as hell, he's still better than everybody you got. Now, what's going to happen? The difference between the last coach that gave away the game and the coach that we got now is the coach that we got now believe in running the ball two different ways versus the coach that we had running it one way. The other coach is
okay.
Everything got to be zone blocked, and you got to make sure you get people on the ground, and just in case your lineman ain't good enough. Well, Stark ain't gonna do that every time. If you stop the zone, he gonna go power, and that was the difference between us winning and losing the Super Bowl.
Dave, we were talking about this on our pre-show. Diego, we talked about this. Dan Quinn would have got moved up on the list to me. Why the hell didn't he nix that pass play when they should have ran the ball?
Thank you.
Because he ain't ready yet. Let's call it what it is. I mean, it's his first time being a head coach.
How can he not be ready? How can he not be ready when he was with the Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks 2 years prior? How can he not be ready?
Listen,
Bucks
yes, sir.
Bucks
yes, sir.
Are you ready? You ready? Why did Tony Dungy?
Yes,
Why come Tony Dungy didn't win the Super Bowl?
How come Tony Dungy didn't win the Super Bowl? Because he wasn't there.
That was his team.
That was his team. That was his team that won the Super Bowl with John Gruden. That was his team.
Why he ain't win it?
Because he wasn't there. Come on now.
Because he wasn't ready.
Because
he wasn't ready.
You know what? That Super Bowl ring that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers earned 11 years ago sure looked nice. It sure looked nice. How about that?
It's old as hell. It don't fit no more. You didn't gain so much weight. You can't do nothing but lay it on the dresser.
Listen.
Hey, and you know what? Tell Steve Barkowski and Deion Sanders to go look at it. How about that?
Look, here's the thing.
Let's bring.
How about that?
Let's bring Q in.
Tell Alfred Jenkins to go look at it. Tell Jerry Granville to go look at it. How about that?
All I got to say is I'm glad you know my team.
It's going down,
That's
baby.
all I got to say. That's all I got to say. As long as you can name everybody on my team, I did my job.
Bring Big Q in. Go ahead.
Here it is. Hey, like you asked the question, and this is what it is. If you look at what they would, if you look at what the offensive performance that was putting on during that playoff run, and the amount of yards and receptions and I don't know whatever stats you want to throw at him. Listen, man, it's a no-brainer. Look, we got the man and the receivers that's going to be able to get this done. Why not throw the ball? That's how they won.
Oh, come on now. Now you sound like Pete Carroll.
I'm just
now you sound like Pete Carroll.
Listen, I'm not a Falcons fan.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm just answering the question. That's the reason why they chose to do it the way they did it. I mean, you do what got you to the dance. That's what you do. You know what I mean? You know?
Except for when it's time to run the day.
But all I got to say is all year, you name a play where we came out on 3rd and 1 and we ran the ball and got it.
Nah, they didn't run it like that all year long, but I can speak for Diego. We live in Atlanta. If they would have won that Super Bowl, the city would still be partying right
Shut down.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Listen,
Shut down.
the strip clubs was ready, fam. Halftime, the strip clubs was set. They was getting ready to get it in.
Yeah, the last
you had the whole So Deaf family in the house. Y'all was getting ready to turn up. But
listen, the last time I was there, right? They booed us out of the building. So like they put.
I bet they did.
They put such a beat on the Panthers that day, and I don't know what their record was at that time, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
Yeah.
Dude, the reaction from the people in there, man. Oh my God, it was a hostile environment. I couldn't get out of that house. So.
All right, so let's go to this season. So, Q.
Yeah.
What are y'all Panthers going to do this season? What do you see yourselves realistically ending up in?
Realistically, this is the way I see it. Like, after seeing the potential of that team in 2015, I can safely say this. I don't think we ever going to see that version of Cam Newton ever again. I think, him worrying about getting hit and all this kind of stuff, I think that's kind of weighing on him a little bit. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. We've seen him progress and become a little bit better of a passer. He went ahead and had that surgery. He claimed, that was one of the main reasons why, 2016 was the way it was. And I can't really I can't disagree with him, made some changes at the wide receiver position. We got KB back and hopefully if what everybody's saying is true about this McCaffrey fella, that put us in a pretty good place. Only thing I'm worried about, and I'm going to go ahead and say it now, Tampa Bay, it's just at a place right now where they make me very uncomfortable.
We got them next, Q. We got them next.
They make me very, very uncomfortable because I don't know this Tampa Bay team. I don't know these guys. The only person that I'm familiar with is the quarterback and, and a couple of linebackers. These other guys they bringing in, that's some high-powered stuff, man.
That's a shame.
And
that's really a shame.
Veteran journeyman, they just brought in. Those dudes going to cause some problems. And so, it was used to be us in Atlanta, because, everybody know the Saints ain't going to do nothing. They gave away their best weapon to a team that just won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So they ain't going to do nothing. But, man, Tampa scares me.
And got a washed-up Adrian Peterson. Right, that's right.
Tampa scares me, dude. So I still think we can get 9 wins. I think we can get 9 wins. And, and if we in that situation with Tampa and Atlanta and everybody around 8 or 9, around, December, around that time, it's just going to be a knockout, drag-out fight, and that's what it's going to look like to me.
All right, Q, we're going to finish up with you real quick. Who's the player that must step up?
Benjamin Newton.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who got the most to prove? What player?
No.
I think Kuechly Davis most likely because of all this stuff that happened with the GM and all this stuff and how everybody was kind of throwing the blame at him. He going to have to be, we just getting Kuechly back because he missed half of the season last year. So Davis, I think some people in the defense, especially them young boys in the secondary, they're going to have to step up.
All right, give me a record prediction. You speaking for us now.
I got us 9-7, 10-6.
I can live with that. That's what I said, 10-6. All right, left-handed, we're going to you because we ain't talking no Saints fans. We couldn't get nobody. We couldn't find no damn body. So we got – it's on you.
Why am I not surprised? Go ahead.
It's on you, homie. Tell me what we looking at.
Oh, okay, no doubt. Listen, the Buccaneers, man, we're taking our cues from the last 2 teams that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl, okay? Carolina Panthers and Atlanta Falcons. But we're going to go in there and show you how to get it done. Our team has been bubbling for a couple of years now. I said before the season started last year that the Buccaneers should win 10 games. We won 9. We got full of ourselves. Nobody used to talk about the Buccaneers. When they started talking about Tampa Bay, we got full of ourselves. They threw us on Hard Knocks and all that. I'm not really feeling that because we haven't done anything. But I'm looking forward to us having a decent season this year, okay? It's going to be a cannibal situation in the NFC South, okay? But we're going to do our thing. I'm looking forward to Jameis having a big year. And my man said he doesn't really know who the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. You never heard of Deshaun Jackson? You never heard of Blake Grimes?
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't recognize them as Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what I meant by that.
Oh, you gonna recognize us while you're sitting home watching us in the playoffs. You're gonna recognize us. You're gonna learn a whole lot about Tampa Bay. Okay. But I think that at the end of the year, I think we have to go out there and ignore the hype. We just have to go out there and play football because we got too full of ourselves at the end of last year. We should have made the playoffs, but we didn't. But it was a learning experience, and it's all good. So you said, what do I think about who's a player that has something to prove? I think
who got to improve? Who you got?
I think Doug Martin. Doug Martin has a lot to prove.
Yes.
I think Doug Martin has a lot to prove. He went and went through his little situation with his personal problems or whatever, but he's back. He's doing his thing in training camp. And I think that, his addition to the lineup is going to really make Tampa Bay a beast. Because, the quarterback and the receiver thing is taken care of. Our offensive line is getting better. Shout out to J.R. Sweezy and Donovan Smith. You know what I'm saying? But I think the player with the most to prove is Doug Martin. If he can go back to his 2015 Doug Martin, oh, man, the NFC South is going to be in trouble. The whole NFL is going to be in trouble.
Who must step up for y'all?
Who must step up? I think that Donovan Smith, the offensive line, DeMar Dotson, those 2 guys, the ones that play on the end, on the right tackle and left tackle, They have to definitely stand up and improve. And if our offensive line could give Winston the time that he needs to keep his back from getting dirty, I think that, we're going to really do some special things this year. And I think Donovan Smith and DeMar Dotson, our left tackles and right tackles, have to step up.
Okay. All right, give me a record prediction.
Our schedule is kind of crazy. We're going to tear the NFC South down. I see us 11-5.
All right, I got one last question for you. Why the hell James got his people living in that house with them roaches?
Oh, I thought you was asking what kind of crack he was smoking. Because I'm 11-5. I mean,
why they still peeing on the side of the house?
See, you know what? That
They
I hope that wasn't the Carolina. I hope that wasn't the Carolina Panthers fan that said that. You lucky I can't see y'all. You hope
it don't matter who said it. They're peeing on the side of the house, and then they drink out the water hose 10 feet away.
So what? That's where he came. That's where he came from. That's where he came from. How come Cam Newton ran away from the fumble? How come Cam Newton ran away from the fumble in the Super Bowl? Why did Cam Newton run away from the fumble in the Super Bowl? Don't tell me nothing.
Look, I ain't worried about that. I'm just saying where he
All right.
Move on from that.
I bet you Jameis Winston won't run from the fumble.
We're going to move on from that because one of the A's in AA Sports is a Panther fan, and we are rebuking you in the name of Jesus. Come on. Coach Hammer, we need you to come on through and talk about these Falcons. What you got for us?
All right. So I'm going to try and break it down. Let's see. Let's see. I got a couple people that need to step up. I'm going to go first one, Dan Quinn. He got to step up. He has to make sure he takes charge and doesn't let silliness like what happened to us in the Super Bowl happen again during the season because it's going to show up again. Now, that's one. Two, Sarkisian. He has to make sure that Matt Ryan buys into what he's selling because if he don't, that's it. Because this thing is as much as we want to say Dan Quinn and built this great defense, it ain't did nothing yet. Beasley got 9 sacks against the Rams. That's the only reason he had 15. So let's call it what it is.
All right.
I ain't sold on nobody on that side of the ball. Ain't nobody going to try and trick me into that. It's all on the offense. I need Sanu to step up. And then after that, if Freeman going to make this, 42 million? How did he get? 42, 45? What did he get?
42.
That 42, that means he need to average about 5 yards a carry this whole year. I don't want to hear nothing from him. I don't want to see nothing but touchdown. That man need to get about 17 touchdowns this year to make this thing right for that money he just signed for. Because Coleman was waiting to get that same money next year. Not this year, but next year. So he just stopped us from building anything else on the defense with that $42 million extension. So let's call it what it is. It's Dan, it's Steve. What's up?
We talk on the side, so we know how you feel about the Falcons. Okay, y'all paid Free. You paid True Fund. Matt's next. You know y'all about to hand him about $90 million. $100 guaranteed.
That's why I said that's why my second person and the most important person out of this was Steve Sarkisian because he's got to get Matt Ryan to buy into this. Because if he don't, Matt can't get that extension. Not that he gonna get an extension, but not the extension that he wants. He gonna get the extension that Steve allows him to have.
Oh, Blank is cutting that check.
Check getting cut.
He's cutting that check.
He ain't cutting that check if that man roll over upside down. If he turn upside down and he go 15 touchdowns and 25 interceptions, he ain't cutting that check.
He ain't gonna do that.
He ain't cutting that check.
He's coming off.
I'm just telling you, he ain't cutting that check.
You got a brand new $500 billion stadium. That check getting cut.
Hey man, it's TVs everywhere. It's TVs everywhere, man. You can park your Benz for free. Come on now, everything is perfect. He still got to play.
Give me a record.
That's right.
Football,
That's
man.
right.
You got to play.
That's right.
What's that record, Dave?
Now, just to make sure the Buck fan understand his place in the world, it's 11-5 when we sweep the Bucks.
Mic drop.
Wow.
That's a headshot.
Sweeping the ball.
Okay. It wasn't a headshot. It wasn't a headshot because this is what I do. This is what I do. I sit in them staircases. I sit in them hallways just like Jameis Winston. And then I can get at cats like y'all. When you make innocuous statements like that, try to be funny. When you blew a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl, knock it off. You can't tell me nothing. An Atlanta Falcons fan can't tell me nothing. Man. You can't. And listen, I'm not gonna brag, and I'm not saying nothing shiesty. I'm from New York City. Okay, you can't tell me nothing. After I sat back and watched y'all go and leave.
Number 9 every day.
Okay,
no, man.
And plus, I'm not the biggest Matt Ryan fan in the world either. So listen, you better leave me alone. I'm gonna tell you something. You better leave me alone. I'm not the biggest Matt Ryan fan in the world either. He could pile a lot of numbers, but he kind of suspect at the end. Okay, so don't come at me sideways, Atlanta Falcons. I give you the business.
Come on,
and
man.
we gonna be around all season. I ain't going nowhere. We gonna be around all year. I ain't going nowhere.
Can we get y'all all on about week 6?
Oh, yeah, I was getting ready to say week 6.
Absolutely.
That's cool. That's cool.
Because I know. It's a couple
find
things,
out when that Bucks game is.
It's a couple things that ain't
talk
gonna
the week
happen.
before and the week after that.
Right. It's a couple things that ain't gonna happen in 2017 though. A sweep by the Atlanta Falcons on the Panthers. That look, enjoy that because that was the only time in history that's ever gonna happen. Okay. And 11-5 from Tampa. I don't think so. Y'all still Tampa. The South still.
Listen, fam. I thought we was gonna win 10 games last year. We won 9, and we blew 3 games in the beginning of the year. We could have won 11 games last year.
Clap for
what
him.
you talking about?
Carolina had a down year. Clap for him. You know what I'm saying? Clap for him. Look.
Come on, man.
Atlanta won the
Come
South
on now.
year, but the South still belongs to Carolina, and that's that.
Oh man, come on, yo.
There you go with that.
All right, we need to get all of y'all back on week 6. We about to close out. Before y'all come on week 6, left-handed, y'all cannot come on unless Jameis buy his people a new house. That's just a given, fam.
He need to put a bathroom in that.
Well, you need to talk to Jameis Winston. I don't got nothing to do with that. You need to talk to him. Maybe they like their accommodations. Maybe they come.
I'm gonna say
you just gotta act. You just gotta act like you don't see the roaches.
All right, so we
Why
got.
that man got graffiti in it? Why he got graffiti in his bedroom too? Right, man. Come on, I can keep going.
Hey man, you got.
I got graffiti in my bedroom. What's the matter?
So you got one. You got
and
one.
And the honeys love it, and they love it.
You got one team, the quarterback is peeing on the side of the house. You got